Chapter 8, Repercussions. Hulk smash! It's like you're frozen. Your mind's so overwhelmed by the monster's size and shape of the thing that you can't even process what you're seeing. What? But freezing's not an option, and as the creature raises its colossal fist to strike, Parker, move it, new girl. Your vampire reflexes kick in and you leap, vaulting over a thunderous swing and landing in a crouch a dozen yards away. Now we got giant rock monsters too? How the hell are we supposed to fight that thing? I think it's another Earth construct, like the Libby creature at the party. Remember how it fell apart when Margot ripped its head off? Maybe we can take this one out the same way. Assuming we can get near it, that thing is jacked. But if it's another Earth construct, then where are the witches? They made the fake Libby, so they must have made this one too. I don't think so. It seems like this one was formed spontaneously when we destroyed the anomaly. It bellows again and it beats its stone fist against its chest, a sound so deafening you wince and cover your ears. One thing's for sure, it's too big for us to take down alone. We need backup. He cups his hands over his mouth and shouts across the campus. Missy, go to the Nexus for reinforcements. What if it follows me? We'll distract it. Wait for my signal to run, okay? Copy that. You study the creature for a quick moment as it lumbers across the campus, deciding on the best way to strike. Freeze it with the underwater movement rune. Missy, go. You palm the stone as Missy bolts away. The construct charges after her, its arm raised to strike. Let's slow things down. You aim the stone at its back, and the rune's powerful magic slows the monster just enough for Missy to escape in a blinding burst of speed. Going somewhere rocky? In rage, the construct balls its fists and lashes out at everything in its path. Trees, tables, benches. Hey, nobody gets to destroy this school but me. With a scream like a war cry, Cass hurls herself onto the construct's shoulder, wrapping her arms around its neck and giving it a hard twist. That only makes the construct angrier. It snatches Cass in its stony grip and shakes her like a rag doll. Cass, I have to blind it with the light flash rune. Or break its arm would be a good alternative in case you didn't do the runes. You hold out the stone and the rune releases a blinding flash of light directly into the construct's eyes. As it stumbles and turns to shield its face, Cass breaks its hold, dropping to the ground and rolling to her feet, a grin spreading from ear to ear. Great shot. Well, it is a pretty big target. The monster tips back its head to bellow, then rushes at you, its stony tread like a rolling boom of thunder. Crap. But Gabriel jumps between you, waving his arms to pull its attention. Hey, over here. It turns with a furious roar and charges like a bull. Gabriel dodges and runs, leading the construct away, but the monster cuts him off and corners him against the wall of the school. You have two options. Pull it away with a magnetic field, shut it down with a magic block, or pull it away. I'm gonna go with magic. You palm the stone and hold it out before you. The ancient symbol flares, and the creature freezes in place as the power of the rune blocks the elemental magic, giving it life. Gabriel, now. But he's way ahead of you, leaping up and slamming his feet into the construct's chest, sending it flying to the other side of the courtyard. It lands with a crunch, the impact digging a few deep furrow into the grass. Yes. But the magic quickly fades, and there's no time to celebrate as the construct shakes its head and lumbers to its feet. Like a flash of lightning, Cass is at your side, followed by Gabe. Are you okay? Yeah, thanks to you. You showed that rockhead who's in charge. Calling you boss girl from now on. We were pretty impressive, but it ain't over. I think we pissed him off. You think? Guys, get ready, it's gonna charge. But instead of attacking, the construct turns and bolts away, its heavy stone tread shaking the ground. Yeah, you better run. Where's it going? It's headed toward downtown Crimson Beach. Hard in your throat, you tear after the construct as it crashes into the forest, savagely ripping up trees and flinging them in your path. Down! You crouch, the tree sails over you in a spray of dirt and branches. We have to cut it off and redirect it back to the school or even the lake or the mountains, anywhere there are no humans around. But even vampire speed isn't enough to catch this thing, and it continues through the woods, making a loud, destructive beeline towards town. How the hell is it so fast? It's made of stone, for God's sake. Yeah, but it's also made of magic. I'm no fan of humans, but they don't stand a chance if we don't catch that thing. The trees start to thin, woods giving way to the outskirts of the Crimson Beach. The construct picks up the pace, pulling ahead and disappearing into the narrow streets that lead directly into town. Faster, we need to stop it before... What the hell is that? Anyone sees it. The construct crashes into town like a tsunami, smashing buildings, flinging cars, while panicked humans run screaming, desperate to escape the mounting carnage. It's a monster! A monster in Crimson Beach! Run! I've heard this song before. Parker, get them out of here while Cass and I corner the construct. Hopefully we can contain the damage. As they pursue the construct, you race towards the crowd as a human, feverishly formulating a plan in your head. Redirect them. You circle around to cut the fleeing humans off, frantically waving your arms. You're going the wrong way. Head in the direction of the hospital. It's safer. But your plea is undercut when the monster dodges and circles back in the direction you're pointing, sending the frantic humans scattering in every direction. Save her? I don't think so. We gotta get out of here. Cass and Gabriel skid to a halt beside you, out of breath and visibly frustrated. Cass growls and runs her hand through her hair. You know, this'll be a lot easier if the humans weren't a bunch of bird brain idiots. We have to regroup, and suddenly the construct flickers into the darkness, reappearing so quickly you wonder if you saw it at all. Did you just... Yeah, Cass, was that your magic? Don't look at me, but I think... As focused as a predator, she scopes out the surrounding streets. Her breath hitches, and she points out towards the square. Over there, see it? You spot the flickering glow instantly. A runestone. It must be channeling the darkness. Definitely is, and if it can hide a creature that big, who knows what else it can do. Like the rune. We need to get our hands on it. The monster howls with rage as it tears up a lamppost and hurls it at the crowd. Duck! Okay, we need to work fast before anyone gets killed. You sprint over the square, eyes trained on the faint glow of the rune, but just as you approach, it flickers and disappears into the shadows. That's unhelpful. Can you find it, Cass? She stills, concentrating her power on the draw of the rune, and shakes her head, either in confusion or surprise, you can't really tell. No, it's like, not only is it masking its light, it's masking its magic. We should wait for it to flicker again, feel around for it. Feel around for it. We don't have time to wait for it to show itself. Rolling around on the downtown streets, hope somebody brought the wet wipes. You don't want to get your hands dirty, you can always go fight the construct on your own. Pass. Okay. Everybody pick a corner, fingers crossed, there aren't any critters running around. You're a vampire, you'll get over it. You crouch down methodically, sliding the flat of your hand along the ground, and up the wall, digging into every crack and fissure, and you stop suddenly and retrace your steps. Something feels different here, smoother. You brush the sensitive pads of your fingers over the area again, and just as you locate the irregularity, a faint rune glow lights up in your palm. You grab hold and wrench the stone out of the cobbled ground. I has caught my Pokemon. Got it. See, that wasn't so hard. For you, Parker's the one who found him. It was a group effort. Now, let's go find out what this baby can do. Back downtown, it's pandemonium. The construct raging away as crowds of humans flee in terror. Somebody help! You raise the stone and aim it at the construct. Lights out. The rune flares, releasing a burst of darkness that wraps the monster in a black, swirling veil. The construct lets out a confused howl, but doesn't strike out, remaining within the shadowy cover. Guys, I don't think it can see us. We need to take it down now. I don't know how long this darkness is gonna last, but we have to take it out while it's still blind. On it, Cass. Right behind you, golden boy. They leap onto the construct, smashing their fists into the creature as roots and shards of rock rain down on the hysterical crowd below. As you maintain the vortex, you wave to the humans to direct them out of the way. Get out! Run! The streets aren't safe! Where do we go? Oh, anywhere but here, go! You turn your focus back to the construct just as the dark veil fades. Cass and Gabe return to your sides, their faces glistening with sweat and grime. Oh, you're still intact, goddamn. Well, he's still angry, but at least we knocked some of the dirt out of him. Not enough, that thing isn't going down and we are almost out of options. The Covens. We're here! You spin around, your heart soaring in relief, when you see every Clement and Venedi in the Nexus racing towards you at full vampire speed, Astoria and Loon leading the charge. Never thought I'd be happy to see you two. Venedi Eldiers, take charge of your teams and surround the creature. Tear it down! Loon marshals the Clements and gestures to the remaining humans, cowering in the chaos. Mario, Genevieve, get these humans to safety. The rest of you block the streets. We need to contain the situation. We have to help the Venedis. We've been fighting the construct and know how it moves. They need the intel. In that case, call me the town crier. Cass cups her hands and calls to her coven mates. Margot, Scott, the big guy's weaker at the joints. Pass it on. Thanks for the tip, Harlow. Everybody, wrists, elbows, knees, go. Cass and Gabriel join the Venedis as they smash their fists in the construct with unearthly ferocity. But before you can leap back into the battle, you spot Astoria and Loon engaged in a heated conversation on the other side of the street. Those two can't go 5 minutes without it being a sketch. Still, you concentrate your vampire hearing on the Coven leaders' exchange, but with all the chaos raging around you, the only thing you hear is erasure ritual. When those damn witches have their eyes on us, impossible. It's just like I was telling Gabriel. The ritual's a spell Astoria found in a witch's old grimoire. She claims she didn't steal it, but still, there's no way Sage is going to be okay with a bunch of vampires using that powerful of magic. I need to tell. With a mighty swing of its arm, the construct shakes off the fighters and sending vampires flying across the square. The creature stomps towards you and you jump out of the way, but not fast enough to avoid the slash of a sharp-tipped branch protruding from its fist. Parker! No! You collapse into a heap, clutching your side, and the world spirals down to a throb of pain as your heart beats relentlessly in the wound. Cass and Gabriel kneel beside you. We're here, Parker. You're gonna be fine. Just take it easy, okay? Cass's steady voice and Gabe's calm reassure you, but when you try to roll your back, a new wave of agony spears through your body. Don't move. Yeah, maybe it's now not the time for a stretch. Guys, I don't think it's healing. I don't get it. I've been scratched before, and it's closed up immediately. What's going on? Well, one, that's not a scratch. It's a Grand Canyon-sized crater. Two, you got turned less than a year ago. Vampires don't heal as fast as veterans. Especially when they burn themselves out fighting a giant earth construct. You need a timeout, new girl, and like a band-aid. She looks over the wound and grimaces. Maybe two? Cass is right. You keep going like this and you're gonna make it worse. Take a break for a minute. Let us patch you up, okay? We are in the middle of war. Yes, kiss my boo-boo. You're right. I could probably use some recovery time. Of course we're right. But maybe someplace a little less chaotic than the middle of downtown Crimson Beach. Yeah, with a giant earth colossus smashing everything. Gabriel looks around, his gaze settling on the movie theater. There's an alley back there. Hold on. Gabriel scoops you into his arms and carries you to the narrow lane behind the theater as Cass runs ahead to scope out a clear spot in the back. Got the perfect surgery spot right here. Cass lays her jacket out like a blanket. Gabriel lowers you down, cradling your shoulders as you settle back onto the butter-soft leather. Wow, you're both being so chivalrous. Willing to sacrifice your jacket for me, Cass? Really making too much out of this. I'll do the jacket. You love this thing like it's your other girlfriend. And yet she's still wearing it. They couldn't take it off, I'm just saying. You're a little more important than a jacket. Besides, that's what a knight in shining armor would do. Hey, knight in shining armor's my job. How about a knight in black leather armor? I'll allow him. 'Cause I just live for your approval. They kneel beside you and Gabriel gently grasps your hem. May I? Of course. Let's see this bad boy. Gabriel pulls your clothing up slowly, cringing at the sight of the bloody gash that runs from your hip down to the bottom of your rib cage. Cass lets out a low whistle. That bad? Bad, it's awesome. Shame vampires don't scar, because that thing would catch you some serious bragging rights. We're gonna have to wrap it to stabilize the wound and keep it from opening up again. Here, I'll use my shirt. He starts to pull it off, but Cass bumps his arm. Slow your roll. I'm sure a new girl would prefer my superior fit. Superior is objective, and I think we should let Parker decide. Does it fucking matter? You glance from one to the other, mouth twitching as you try to fight off a smirk. Poor me, stuck with such a difficult decision. I'll take your shirt, Gabriel. Guess that settles the superior fit debate. All you're doing is literally like stitching up a wound with your shirt. Okay. Anyway, Cass rolls her eyes, a long groan rumbling in her throat. Please, she's totally humoring you. Take the L. He quickly shrugs off his shirt, and despite the throbbing pain in your side, your heart flutters at the sight of his muscles rippling across his chest. He catches your eye and grins. You approve? Approve would be an understatement. Yeah, big flex. Okay, ready to play doctor, new girl? Okay, only if you promise to never call it that again. Second him. No fun, either of you. Alright, new girl, get ready. You hold your breath as they gingerly wind the cloth around your middle, but even though they're gentle, it's like your ribs, your whole body is lighting up with pain. Bite my lip. You squeeze your eyes shut and bite down hard, your fangs piercing the skin and drawing blood. Parker, don't be stoic, it's just us, you can yell if you want to. I'm trying to impress you. You just took a gut punch from a rock monster and walked away. We're already impressed. Hang in there, we're almost done. Do something to distract me, okay? I need to get my mind off the pain. Something distracting, huh? How about this? With a playful grin, she traces her finger in slow, teasing circles up your leg. I can do better than that. Oh, Lord, it's always a competition. He leans into the curve of your throat to brush a line of feather-like kisses along your collarbone. I could go for more... We'll go for a kiss. Open your eyes and give an exaggerated pout. Everything hurts so much, I'm gonna need more. If it'll help you feel better. He glides his fangs across your shoulder, the sharp scrape making you shiver. Better is definitely one word for it. He huffs a laugh, presses his lips to your neck as words, a breathy whisper, pebbling your skin. Taking your mind off the pain? Taking my mind off of everything? You were so fierce, Parker, fighting the construct and defending the humans. Not to mention a total badass. Please don't stop there. Well, for starters, there was a graceful way you dodged the construct. It was like watching a dancer. Don't forget how she jumped. I haven't seen power like that in decades. They continue to bind your wound, outdoing each other with over-the-top compliments as you fight the urge to laugh. When they're done, Cass helps you sit up while Gabriel tears open a blood bag. Drink this. Cass hunches her shoulders, her expression pinched with disgust. Gross. She needs her strength back. Yeah, I know. Bottoms up, new girl. I don't want to see a single drop left. Just the scent of the blood makes you shiver, and you guzzle it down, groaning as the tangy, metallic taste glides across your tongue. When you're done, you wipe your mouth with the back of your hand. Have you ever tasted blood and been like, wow, that's tangy? Must be a vampire thing. All I just go is, metal. Wait, you missed a spot right there. She spots the corner of your lip, then sucks the blood off her finger, her teasing eyes locked with yours. The sight sends a hot shiver down your spine. You can't help but thread your fingers around her neck and pull her into a slow, fiery kiss. Then, when you pull away to catch her breath, you turn to Gabriel, who's watching you through heavy-lidded eyes. Come here. His lips on yours are soft, more like a whisper than a kiss, but as it turns passionate, you are genuine, and the searing pain shoots across your chest. Good going, Alhar. Parker, I'm sorry, are you alright? Did I hurt you? No, don't stop. You sure? Positive. Just watch where you put your hands next to... But you silence her with a crash of lips, the kiss deepening with every swirl of your tongue. You tempt Gabriel with a mischievous smile. He replies with a chuckle and a brush of his lips to your throat. The moment is brief but tender, a kiss-filled expression of love mixed with unwavering solidarity. You pull away and brush your forehead to theirs. I hate to say it, but we should probably get back. You sure you're up for it? Yeah, another few minutes isn't going to make a difference. Not when our coven mates are fighting for their lives. They need our help. Besides, I think my wound's starting to heal. You peer under the makeshift bandage, seeing the inflamed skin already beginning to knit back together. Alright, if you say so, but fair warning, we're sticking to you like glue. Like cement. Good, because you two are going to need this badass to protect you. Now, come on, help me up. We got a construct to deconstruct. As the three of you emerge from the alley, you find the pandemonium has only gotten worse. Despite the Coven's best efforts, they can't contain the construct. It shakes off the Venonai forces, breaks towards the center of town, a horde of scrambling, screaming humans fleeing in its wake. It's coming! Why haven't you left town yet, my dude? Or left 12 feet away? Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Oh my god, this has gone off the rails. Nothing's working. We need to think outside the box and come up with a better plan. You look across the square. The trees, cars, lampposts, fountain. Water. The construct's made of earth, so if we spray it with water, it should come apart at the seams. You race to the nearest hydrant and tear off the iron bonnet, releasing a geyser of water directly into the construct's chest. Hardening earth holding it together liquefies, and... take it out of these. You leap for its leg and slam your face into the waterlogged joint. The construct howls and wobbles. You crash your face mercilessly into the widening crevice of its knee as Cass and Gabriel shout to the Venonai forces. Everybody, the water's making it vulnerable. Go for the knees and ankles. Bring it down. The Coven leader, or elders, take up the cry. Teams, it's weak at the joints now. Thank God, what would they do without high schoolers? Go for the legs, the legs! Gabriel and Cass leap onto the creature, followed by the rest of the vampires. Everyone smashing, tearing into the rock. The monster teeters and lets out a final roar of rage, before collapsing into a pile of branches, earth, and stones. Streams of muddy water swirling into the gutter. You stumble back, wiping the dirt from your face. Around you, the Clement and Venonai fighters pick themselves up out of the rubble. bruised and panting and stunned. I think it's dead. It's over. It's over! I hope 12 more spawn all of a sudden, I'm serious. One by one, the vampires raise their arms in victory, some kicking the cracked and crumbled boulders littering the street. Take that, Rockhead. But the celebration is short-lived as a dark model of cloud suddenly plunges the town into twilight. Well, that's not good. And everything just stops. Frozen in a moment of time, the water shooting from the hydrant now just hovers above the ground in an unmoving arc. Flying bits of debris hang suspended in the air, and the humans... yeah, they're all frozen. They're frozen too, all of them. Why can we move, but the humans can't? Guys? We got company. Probably because, remember, the reason you're vampires is air quote, and I quote, because of the witch's doing. So they probably froze everything that's normal around them. She points at the eerie mist billowing into the center of the town. Sage and her circle emerge from the haze, their normally impassive expressions twisted in a chilling kind of rage. And I don't think they're here for laughs. Take their hands. Without taking your eye off the witches, you thread your fingers through Gabriel's and then Cass's. Don't worry, it'll be okay. You sure? I'm not, they look pissed. Amplified by magic, Sage's voice booms across the square, the sound like the crash of falling trees. A grave mistake has been made here. Her gaze, glowing with rage, flits subtly from you to Gabriel to Cass before settling on the leaders standing stiffly amidst the wreckage. Is that what they're mad about? Us stopping the anomalies and accidentally creating the construct? Once again, you have displayed poor decision-making and a shocking disregard for nature's balance. Oh, okay, we should have let the construct keep destroying the city and killing all the humans. Okay, that's balanced. As such, the consequences now will be far more severe. Because trying to kill everybody isn't severe enough. Sage raises her hand and summons, and a rune light blooms to the pavement below you. Its glowing lines swirls, stretching from one end to the other, of the square to the other. Wait, did you plant a rune under the town? We did not. This rune has lain dormant here since the founding of Crimson Beach. Why this town? Why us? Wonder the boy, what is it for? It's a safeguard. Should the balance be disturbed beyond repair, the rune can be activated as we have just done. There's no way we'll be able to get rid of it like the others. I wouldn't even know where to start. Yeah, you'd have to tear up the whole town. Activated for what, Sage? Runes, balance, mistakes? Enough talking in riddles and tell us what you want. What we want, or more precisely wanted, was for your coven to learn its place in the world, in the natural order of things. Sadly, we have failed. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem? Shut up, Cass. We have failed, young vampire, because the rot here stretches far deeper than we feared. The ley line space has become a lodestone for chaos, disorder, a situation that cannot be allowed to continue. The only way to restore the balance now is termination. Meaning, you all get to die. Death, child. The ending of all things, for your coven and the town. What? You can't. The humans are... Silence. I bet you come over here and silence me. Go ahead. It's like a hand is clamped across your mouth. You can't speak. You can barely breathe. As you and your kind cannot keep from meddling in matters that do not concern you, until such time as your sentence is carried out, the last of your privileges shall now be revoked. Sage and the witches raise their palms to the sky, their voices pitched in a deep, thrumming tone. Mother of our earth, hear us and grant us your power. Gaia, hear us. Gaia, hear us. Gaia, averte lux. I think you might want to run as fast as humanly possible to the Nexus. The rune beneath you flares, and the air trembles with magic, like the rush and pull of the hurricane winds. You hear a loud crack echo through the sky, and the world seems to momentarily brighten even more around you before fading away. Cass grabs your arm and gasps. No, 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 no. What's wrong? What happened? They cut the power. The lane lines, they're out. And I told you. And before the words are even out, you begin to burn. I told you should have ran as fast as possible to the Nexus. Anyway. Please remember to like and share the video if you did enjoy. Leave a comment down below letting me know your thoughts and what you predict will happen next. And also make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be greatly appreciated. Aside from that, sorry about being late. I just have not felt good. You know how it is with me, right? Just letting you know why I'm late. Anyway, thanks for watching. Catch y'all later. Peace out.